Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back, students, to one of my videos. So in this episode, I'm going to talk about one of the chapters in your textbook. Okay, so your textbook is this one. Okay, English download textbook. So if you have with you, you can refer to it. Okay, but if you don't, you can just watch on the screen. Okay, as I will show you the pages. Right. However, I will not be going through all of the whole chapter, but I'm going to, in these videos, I will be focusing on grammar parts. Okay, because in each chapter you have two grammar parts. Okay, grammar 1 and grammar 2. Okay, so in this video I will focus on the grammar parts for chapter 2. Okay, so the title of chapter 2 is Life's Great Mysteries, right? For the reading part, I will be doing it, I will go through it with you guys using Google Meet. But for grammar parts and other parts as well, like listening and writing, most likely I will go through it using the video. You can refer to your textbook, page 21. Right, grammar 1, okay, past simple and past continuous. Okay, in terms of past simple and past continuous tense, I hope all of you have, if you don't have the full information, at least you have the basics of how to differentiate between past simple and past continuous tense. Okay, so I don't think we have time to go back to the basics, but what we can do is to just refresh, do a little bit of a refresher so that you know which is which. Okay, past simple verbs that we use to describe a situation that has already passed. Okay, but in terms of timeline, okay, the action has already ended. Okay, when it comes to past continuous, okay, it happened in the past, but the process is ongoing, right? So if you look at this textbook, okay, past simple, past continuous, okay, these are the uses of past simple and past continuous. Okay, past simple, something that started and finished at a stated time in the past. Okay, like I said just now. Okay, kalau past simple ni biasanya benda yang berlaku di masa yang telah lepas dan proses dia telah tamat. Okay, contohnya, I went to school last week. Okay, so the action of going to school has already done, okay, last week. Okay, and in the timeline it has ended. Okay, so we use simple past tense. Okay, but when it comes to past continuous tense, okay, actions that were in progress at a stated time in the past. Okay, contohnya kalau kita nak bercakap tentang pergi ke sekolah, tapi waktu kita bercakap tu, kita menceritakan tindakan kita tu pada masa yang lepas. Okay, contohnya macam last week I was going to school by bus when I saw the incident, for example. Okay, kita nak bercakap tentang kita punya pergerakan pergi ke sekolah. Okay, dan proses tu tengah berlaku, tapi sedang proses tu berlaku, kita nampak satu insiden. Okay, tapi bila kita bercerita tentang insiden dan perkara ni waktu kita pergi ke sekolah tu, cerita tu berlaku minggu lepas, last week. So kita akan guna past continuous. Kita tak pakai past simple. Okay, sebab kalau kita pakai past simple saja, it's a little bit orang kata limited. Okay, kita tak boleh nak, there is no way to describe something that was going on if we were to use past simple. Okay, so nanti kita akan tengok when do we use past simple and when do we use past continuous. Okay, move on. Past routines and habits. Okay, this is what we use past simple for. Okay, past routines and habits. The archaeologists often visited Egypt. Okay, so ini adalah rutin ataupun habit yang dilakukan oleh arkeologis. Okay, dia pergi melawat Mesir. Okay, but for past continuous, okay, 2 or more actions that were in progress at the same time in the past. Okay, contohnya, I was watching a spooky program while my brother was doing the laundry. Okay, so this is when we use past continuous tense. Maksudnya kita nak menceritakan tentang action yang sedang berlaku tapi di masa yang dah lepas, semalam ataupun minggu lepas contohnya. Okay, so kalau kita pakai past simple, we can't describe the action in progress. Okay, so the only way we describe something that was going on and then something else happened, we can only do this using past continuous. Right, another function of past simple, okay, situations or states which were true in the past but are no longer true. Okay, benda fakta yang di masa lepas betul, okay, sebelum ni betul tapi sekarang dah tak betul. Okay, contohnya Prime Minister. Okay, last time it was Tun Dr. Mahathir, now it's Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin, for example. So, kita akan guna past simple. Okay, Tun Dr. Mahathir was the Prime Minister of Malaysia. Okay, in the year, you can state the year lah. Right, so kita tengok contoh dekat sini. Tony believed in ghost when he was a child. Okay, so maksudnya from this statement, we know that as Tony grows up, he no longer believes in ghosts. Right, another function for past continuous is giving background information in a story. Okay, so kalau kata kita selain dari menyatakan suatu action, memberi gambaran action yang berlaku, dua action yang berlaku pada satu masa dan pada waktu yang telah lepas. Okay, we also use past continuous tense. Kita gunakan past continuous untuk memberi latar belakang, okay, background information in a story. Contohnya kalau kita bercakap tentang latar belakang seseorang, okay, when we are writing a story, bergantung pada situasinya, kita akan gunakan past continuous tense. Okay, the sun was shining and John was walking in the forest. Okay, itu contoh yang diberikan dalam textbook ni lah. Okay, another function of past simple, actions that happen one after the other in the past. For example, when telling a story, Dean opened the door of the haunted house, went inside and walked slowly up the stairs. So, nampak dia punya action tu dari satu ke satu, dia tak bertindak. Okay, action dia mula-mula dia buka pintu, lepas tu dia masuk ke dalam, and then dia menaiki tangga. So the action is orang kata berderet, okay, tapi dia tidak bertimpa. So kita pakai simple past tense. Kalau bertimpa, then we have to use past continuous tense. Okay, as for past continuous tense, another function is an action that was in progress in the past that was interrupted by another. Inilah maksud saya bila dia bertindak. We were talking about our theory when we observed something remarkable. Nampak dua action. There are two actions here, talking and observing. Okay, so satu kita kena guna past continuous tense. Okay, yang mana progress, dia punya progress tu lebih panjang. Dan yang satu lagi ni, as we are talking, we observed, okay, something remarkable. So from this statement, we know that maybe after they done their observation, they are still talking. Okay, so they were talking and they observed, and after they finish their observation, they are still talking. Right. As for past simple, there's another function for it, which is past actions which won't happen again. Okay, Homer wrote many stories about the ancient Greeks. Ini another function for past simple is when we are stating an action that happened in the past but it's not going to happen anymore. Okay, for example, macam itulah contoh yang diberi tu, Homer wrote many stories about the ancient Greek. Now he isn't, because Homer is a philosopher that had already passed away, okay, long time ago. So he no longer writes about ancient Greek anymore. Okay, so but he did it in the past. Okay, so I hope you understand the difference between past simple and past continuous. These are just the functions, yeah. But on the word wise, okay, past simple tense, normally the verb it's either we add ed or we add d or we change d to t depending on the word, okay, that we are converting to past tense. Okay, and the word must be a verb, ya, kata kerja. Kalau past continuous, sebabkan dia continuous, dia sama dengan present continuous, verb dia akan tambah ing. Okay, depending on the situation lah, sebab ada yang tambah ing, ada yang kena tambah huruf terakhir dan tambah ing. Okay, the only thing you need to remember is to differentiate between was and were. Okay, so kalau the subject is singular, then we have to use was. Okay, if the subject is plural, then we use were. Right, I think that's it. Those are the things that you need to know about past simple and past continuous, yeah. Right. Note here, remember that we do not usually use stative verbs in continuous tenses. Stative verb ni maksudnya affirmative, yes or no. Okay, positive things. We don't use that in continuous tenses. Okay, we use it in simple tenses. Simple tenses maksudnya present simple ataupun past simple saja. Maksudnya kat sini, kalau kita nak bercakap tentang fakta, okay, kita nak bercakap tentang state, happy or or not happy, we don't use continuous tense. We use simple tenses. It's either past or present. Okay, students, so this is the grammar reference. Okay, it is at the back of your textbook, the back pages. It's on page 163. So you don't have to have any other reference book for grammar. You can just use your textbook because it's already completed here. Okay, as you can see, there are more information on past simple. You see here affirmative. This is the affirmative form of past simple tense. Okay, if I, you, he, she, it, we, they, sold. Okay, so sold maksudnya jual lah kan. Okay, the present form of the word is sell. Okay, if it's negative, then did not. Okay, we have to add did in front and not at the back. And then as for the verb, it must be root word. Okay, you have to remember this, yeah. Root word, kata asal for if it's negative. Okay, question, you start, if it's past simple, then you start off with the word did. Okay, did I or you or he or she, depending on the subject, sell. So question. And then once again the verb must be in root word. Okay, you can't say did sold. Did you sold your soul? No. Okay, dia punya verb dia mesti perkataan asal. Okay, short answers. Okay, yes, I did. Okay, yes you did. Yes he did. Okay, kalau no, didn't. Okay, depending on what is your answer. You can't be yes didn't. Okay, it must be yes did or no. Okay, so you can read, you can go through this on your own. I don't think these are very difficult for you. You can check this out. And also whenever it's past tense, normally there is also time expression. Okay, time expression ni maksudnya perkataan yang menunjukkan situasi tu berlaku di masa yang lain, okay, in a different time. Okay, contohnya yesterday, okay, last night or last week, last month or last summer, right? A week ago, a month ago, a year ago, twice a week. Okay, depending on ayat apa yang awak nak tulis. So down here we also have past continuous as well. Boleh tengok kat sini lah affirmative dia macam mana. Okay, so the only thing you need to remember is how to spell the verb with ing, and also to differentiate between was and were. So was is used for singular nouns, singular pronouns, while were is being used for plural, right? If it's negative, then you just add not in between the verb to be and the verb. Okay, same goes to if it's were. Question form, you start off with was, was and were. Okay, was there anyone? Was I selling? Contohnya, was he selling the food, for example. Okay, kalau plural, were you selling the food? Right? Short answers. Kalau positif, was je, yes was. Kalau negatif, no wasn't. Okay, so kalau singular, kalau plural, were, of course lah, kita akan pakai were. So once again, there's also time expression, but there's a difference between past continuous and past simple past tense in terms of time expression. Kalau simple past tense, biasanya time expression dia very stative. Kita bila dia sebut tu kita tahu bila contohnya macam yesterday. Tapi kalau past continuous, dia akan menggunakan perkataan macam while, okay, as, okay, while we were talking we saw the incident. Okay, so nampak ada perkataan while. Okay, so while, as, when, all day, all week, apa semua tu, ini hanya digunakan untuk past continuous. Kita tak pakai most of the words are not interchangeable with the past simple, right? So there's also a note here. Remember that we do not use stative verbs in continuous tenses. And this information also stated in the front page as well, kan? Okay, disebut tadi, right? So I hope you understand the important information of past tense, okay, past simple and also past continuous tense. Okay, we are back to page 21. Okay, so as you can see here, there is an there are exercises for you to do to test your knowledge on the tenses. Okay, so what you have to do is just circle the word. You have to choose between the two answers. Okay, so I think you can do this on your own. So you just use pencil to underline the answer, and then you snap your answers, and then you can send it to our Google Classroom. So for this work, I will also create a tab for you to submit your work, okay, using Google Classroom. Okay class, let's move on to page 23, which is also a grammar part of chapter 2. So for grammar 2, we are looking at used to, would, be/get used to. Okay, so ini adalah these are some of the words that we use to write in a different way, okay, to explain something. Because if we don't use this kind of things in our writing, so our writing would be monotonous. Okay, so let's look at here in the textbook, page 23. Okay, read about the uses of used to, would, be/get used to. Okay, used to. we use used to plus bare infinitive. Okay, bare infinitive ni adalah it's a root word of a verb. Okay, for actions that we did regularly in the past. Okay, kita buat untuk perkara yang kita lakukan secara regular in the past. Okay, di masa yang telah berlalu. Okay, but we don't do now, and for states that existed in the past but that don't exist now. Okay, so actions yang kita selalu buat di masa lepas tapi sekarang kita dah tak buat, dan perkara yang it's not exactly perkara, it's a state ataupun condition, sesuatu benda tu dia di masa yang lepas tapi sekarang dah tak sama. Okay, contoh for example, let's look at here. The archaeologist used to travel to fascinating places when he was young. Okay, so archaeologist when he was young, masa dia muda dulu dia selalu travel, tapi sekarang bila dah tua dia dah tak travel lagi. Okay, so kita guna used to ni is a shortcut lah. When we use this, we don't have to state that the archaeologist is now old and he doesn't travel and the archaeologist doesn't travel anymore. Okay, we can skip that part. Okay, kalau tak kita kena explain juga when the archaeologist was young, he would travel to fascinating places. Now he is old, he don't travel anymore. Okay, so kalau ada used to ni dengan statement macam ni, kita tahulah. So now it doesn't happen anymore. Okay, another example, Molly used to enjoy reading mystery novels but now she doesn't. Okay, dulu dia suka tapi sekarang dah tak suka. Okay, itu untuk used to. Would, biasa kita dengar kan, I would. Kadang ada yang nak bezakan antara I would dengan I will. Okay, so kalau will biasanya it's for future tense. Okay, but would ni it's a different thing. Okay, we use would plus bare infinitive verb. Okay, the root verb only for actions that we did regularly in the past. Okay, but that we don't do now. Okay, sama macam used to tadi. Okay, function dia sama. Cuma untuk used to tadi, there's also states. Okay, tapi untuk would, untuk action sahaja. Okay, the ghost would disappear as soon as anyone tried to take a picture of it. Okay, so dia ada perbezaan antara used to dengan would ni. Okay, cumanya used to ni kita boleh gunakan juga untuk states. Okay, contohnya macam ni lah. Dia suka, dulu dia suka, sekarang dah tak suka. So yang ni lebih pada action sahaja. Would lebih pada action. Right, next one, be/get used to. Okay, we use be used to /gerund or noun to talk about something that is usual or familiar. So familiar, yang apa orang kata benda yang normal lah, yang selalu kita buat. Okay, we are used to hearing strange sounds in the attic. Okay, nampak tak? It's not about tense. Okay, sebab ni ada kan. Okay, so macam ni kita gunakan used to ni, be or get used to. Be ni maksudnya verb to be lah, is ataupun are. Okay, we are used to hearing strange sounds in the attic. Okay, kalau kita tak gunakan used to, kita akan pakai we normally hear strange sounds in the attic. Okay, so tapi kalau kita nak tulis karangan yang panjang, takkan kita nak ulang kan, so it's good to have variety. So we can also use used to. Okay, tapi yang ni used to saja, cuma yang ni ada verb to be dekat depan dia ataupun get. Okay, kalau get pula, it's a different. We don't say for this sentence we don't use get. Okay, we use verb to be. But for this kind of sentence, when we use get, dia yang bawah ni. We use get used to, okay, plus gerund or noun to talk about the process of something becoming familiar. Kalau tadi dah familiar, dah selalu berlaku, okay, benda yang selalu terjadi. Tapi yang ini get used to ni maksudnya baru nak jadi familiar, baru kita nak kenal benda tu as something yang normal. Contohnya, he is getting used to living near a cemetery. Okay, we are getting used to doing classes online. Okay, so back then kita tak buat. Okay, classes online is something very rare. We don't do it, but now it's becoming a familiar thing. Okay, contohnya, right? Another one, be and get change depending on the tense that is needed in the context. Okay, so depending on the context lah. Kalau kata kita nak bercakap tentang benda yang dah normal, kita akan pakai verb to be plus used to. Kalau benda yang baru nak normal, kita akan pakai get. Okay, so contohnya kat sini, Pam's used to hearing her dog bark at night. Okay, Kevin has never got used to staying in his grandparents' old house. Yang ni dia negatif pula contoh dia, has never got used to. So maksudnya dia tidak berjaya untuk membiasakan diri. Itu maksud ayat dia lah. Okay. So these are some of the things that you need to know about used to, would, and get used to. So now let's look at the grammar reference. As you can see here, you need to check out the grammar reference. Okay, for this grammar reference, you have to turn to page 164. Okay, on your textbook. Okay, so or you can just look at the screen here. Okay, so these are additional informations that you need to know about used to, would, and get used to. So this is the affirmative, positive form and negative form, question, and also short answers. And I think these things you can go through on your own. Okay, it's not very difficult. I think the important part has already been touched. Okay, so let's look at used to. There is a note here. We can often use the past simple and used to in the same way. She lived in a haunted house. She used to live in a haunted house. Okay, so used to dengan past simple kita boleh interchange, kita boleh tukar sama suka. Okay, maksudnya kalau kita tak nak pakai past simple, kita nak pakai used to pun boleh juga. Okay, so kalau kata awak tulis karangan cerita lepas ni, instead of using past simple, you can also use used to. Okay, would, there's nothing important about would. Get used to, note here, be and get change depending on the tense that is needed in the context. Okay, Tim's used to being left behind. His brother walks much faster than he does. You will get used to hearing odd noises. So dia bergantung pada konteks. Okay, yang ni Tom is. Okay, Tom is used to. Okay, yang ni you will get used to. So apa kalau ni Tom is used to ni, lepas tu ni dia akan jadi being left behind, bergantung kepada konteks dia. Okay, apa dia punya ni lah, yang kat depan ni. So kalau ni verb to be, biasa je lah. Kalau ni get used to, dia akan tambah, boleh jadi dia tambah dengan will. Okay, so I think you can refer to this whenever you have a confusion. So negative form dia macam mana, boleh tengok dekat page ni. Okay, so let's look at page 23 again. Okay, so as you can see here, there are sentences that you need to padankan, connect to the meaning of the first sentence. As you can see here, 3 sentences. Number 1, she is getting used to living alone. Number 2, she is used to living alone. And number 3, she used to live alone. Okay, so all of these three sentences have different meaning. Okay, so these are the meaning. she doesn't live alone anymore. It's no longer strange or difficult for her. It's beginning to feel normal, easier, etc. So which is which? So number one, she is getting used to living alone. Getting used to, so maksudnya dia mula rasa selesa. Okay, dia mula biasakan diri pada hidup berseorangan. So the meaning of this sentence is C. It's beginning to feel normal, easier, etc. Okay, number 2, she is used to living alone. She is used to, maksudnya dia biasa hidup seorang diri. So the meaning of the word for the second sentence is B. It's no longer strange or difficult for her. Okay, and finally number 3, she used to live alone, maksudnya dulu dia hidup seorang diri, sekarang dah tak. So the meaning is A. She doesn't live alone anymore. Okay. So I hope you understand why, kenapa pilihan jawapan dia yang tu sebab awak kena faham penggunaan dia tu. The difference between get used dengan used to. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can ask me through WhatsApp. Okay, so these are the exercises. I think you can do it on your own. Okay, once again, I will create a tab for you to upload your work. Just use pencil. Okay, don't write to jangan tulis terlalu pekat. Okay, tulis cair-cair saja asalkan boleh nampak. And then you snap the pictures and then you send it to me using Google Classroom. I will create another tab for you to handle in your work. I think that's it for this episode. So I'll see you guys in another episode of my videos. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.